Okay guys, so I'm back with another video, and for this video we're going to talk about basically growing up dark skin, growing up real small, real skinny. We're going to talk about growing up getting bullied. We're going to talk about self-esteem and being insecure and half naked dressing in society today or whatever. Basically, we're going to do a mashup of kind of like just everything. So, basically, growing up dark skin for me was really tough because I used to get bullied a lot. Actually, I used to get bullied a lot. Like every day I went to school, somebody had to put me down. Like it wasn't a regular school day if somebody didn't put me down or, like came at me or said something mean to me or walked past and said something to me, it was not a regular school day. And I'm talking about from elementary school to middle school. And then high school, it wasn't so bad, but, it kind of was. But the ending of my high school years wasn't bad. Like 11th and 12th grade was okay. Nobody really, messed with me because I was. But yeah, so basically growing up when I was real young, like I used to get bullied every day. It was just like I used to go home and I would just cry like I'm not good enough for, this world that we live in. I'm too dark. I'm real skinny and I have nothing. These girls in my when I used to be younger, there was girls that had titties already and they had like kind of ass already, and guys, and they were already talking to guys. I barely was talking to guys and barely was getting attention from guys. And not that I should care about that or whatever, but it's just like when you're on the outside looking in and you're like, what's wrong with me that nobody's not talking to me? Why do I come to school every day and somebody has to be like, oh, you're so dark. Why are you so dark? Why are you so skinny? And these other girls are getting, you're so pretty, you're so beautiful. I had a best friend in, elementary school, and she was a light and she was thick, and and I'm talking about elementary, but she was, and she just used to have boyfriends, and I'm just like, okay, nobody's calling her too light. Why are y'all saying that I'm too dark? And why am I so skinny? Why am I not gaining weight? And I used to really just hate myself, and I used to just go home and I just used to cry, and I'm just like, I don't want to go out. I don't want to go out. I don't want to really be seen. If I could do homeschool, I tried to do homeschool. I tried to do everything just so I wouldn't have to come outside, because that's how deep it was for me. Like every day it was another situation. And then I remember this one boy, I was in class one time and I think I was in like ninth grade. I think I was in ninth grade. And I was in class one time and I had got up and he was like, he used to sit behind me and I thought he was so cute. Yeah. And he just told me, he was like, he was basically like, you're so skinny, like, you're so skinny, he was like, you have no titties, you have no ass, and you're dark, nobody's gonna talk to you. He was like, you better hope that you grow out of that or whatever. And I was so sad, and I went home and I just cried, and I'm like, yo, he's right. I was like, he's right. Nobody is gonna, talk to me like this. Like, what can I do to change it? What can I do? I started eating, so I had to force myself to eat. I started forcing myself to eat because I wanted to change, my body, and I wanted to be somebody else that I wasn't. And that's just really what it was. And I used to get in fights because one day I just got fed up. I got fed up of, people just keep putting me down. They keep talking about me. Granted, I gained points when I had fought for the first time or whatever, but it was just like, this is not what I'm trying to do. It really just made me kind of angry that I was even feeling that way. Like, I even had to do this to even, you know, for people to be like, okay, don't mess with her. You shouldn't be messing with me in the first place. So, I always had like new shoes or something. Like, I always had new sneakers and stuff. That's one thing nobody can't say about me. I was always like that. But people always still used to just come at me. So yeah, my self-esteem was like really, really low. Which brings me to today. Like, people be like, oh, you never wear clothes. Oh, you're always taking pictures showing your body or whatever, because people don't know. Granted, I don't show all that. Granted, I do like to, you know, show off my little body that I do have, because I still don't have no body. I'm still real skinny. But it's just like, now I actually like my body. I'm not gonna say love it, because I'm trying to like tune up and shit. But I'm okay with my body now. And of course, I'm gonna want to show my body off if finally, after, because I only started liking it when I turned like 20. So after 20 years of my life, of course I'm gonna want to, you know, show off what I finally actually like, because I went all these years with hating myself, like hating my skin color, hating my body. You know, I went all these years just hating myself. So it's like, of course, I want to show off what I have. I want to, you know, embrace what I got now or whatever. Granted, my self-esteem has gotten way better, because I had to learn how to really, you know, love who I am and just embrace what God has gave me. So yeah, granted, you know, I feel, you know, completely secure now. I'm not gonna say completely secure, because I don't, you know, I'm not completely secure with myself, but I'm secure to a certain extent where it, you know, I'm okay with who I am right now. So yeah. So I just really never really thought I was beautiful, never really thought I was pretty or anything like that. Like, I just really thought I just really did not like myself. So that was, you know, growing up dark skin for me was kind of really hard. Now it's just like, the niggas, they love the chocolate now. But now, and it's really just society. So since all these rappers and all this is talking about dark skin girls, is popping now everybody like dark skin girls, you know? So it's just like, back then, there was just like light skin was popping and all this, so nobody was really checking for no dark skin girls. Now it's kind of like balancing out, I guess. Some people still don't like dark skin girls. I don't really get that issue no more, to be honest. I just don't get it no more. Like, I have people tell me like, you're cute for a dark skin girl, which I don't accept as a compliment. And I have people tell me that they don't talk to dark skin girls, but you know, they'll talk to me because I'm a pretty dark-skinned girl. That's what they tell me. This is literally what guys be telling me. And as soon as you tell me this, we're not going to talk. So I don't know why they tell me this, but yeah, that's just the ultimate
dub right there. We're not going to talk. I'm going to catch you later. But my Uber's outside, because, like, no.
I'm not about to talk to you and you telling me that I'm just cute. I'm cute for a dark-skinned girl. No, tell me I'm beautiful. If I'm beautiful to you, just let me know that. That's all you have to say. You don't have to do nothing extra. I'm not asking for all that. Don't need it. Don't want it. Don't, you know, not asking for it. So yeah, that was growing up dark skin. I was insecure. My self-esteem was real low. Because I just got, like, people made me like that. People really made me like that. And it's sad that people have that effect on other people. But depending on the type of person you are, my skin wasn't as tough as it is now. I mean, if somebody was to come and call me ugly now, I probably wouldn't take them serious. I'll probably curse them the hell out, but that's probably about it, because I don't really take stuff like that to heart no more. Because it's like, if I feel like I'm pretty, I'm pretty, you know? If I feel like I'm okay, I'm okay. It's just, I feel how I feel about me, and that's all I need to know. If I know that, you know, I'm a beautiful girl to me, that's all I really care about. But yeah, people really made it hard for me. And then people see me and they don't know why I am how I am. And it's because, like, people kind of fucked my mentality up of how I see myself. And, you know, I'm not a cocky person, and I'm not, you know, this girl who just thinks she looks better than everybody else. I'm just kind of securing myself. myself as well as the bank, but I'm securing myself because I really feel like that's where it starts, and as soon as you secure yourself, you'll be great. But that was that. I don't I don't really you know, go through a lot of you're too skinny kind of thing, but I do. I do, but I don't. Like, a guy would still talk to me even though, you know, I'm real small. I'm like a real petite. Like, I'm just real small, but he'll, like, I have guys tell me, like, Shar, you need to gain weight. Shar, you should gain weight. Shar, you'll look better if you gained weight. My ex-boyfriend told me I would look better if I gained weight. And the guy that I used to talk to, the one that I used to talk to before him, he told me the same thing. Like, you'll look better if you gained weight. And it's like, why can't I look good now that I'm, like, how I am? You know, if I gain weight, I gain weight. But why can't I just look, you know, okay? Why can't I just be who I am? Why do I have to gain weight? Why do I have to lose weight? You know, like, just that kind of thing. And then people fat shame. People go through fat shaming, but people also go through skinny shaming, and that's real. It's real life, like, for real, because I used to want to gain weight, and I used to actually buy pills, and I used to buy stuff to actually make me eat a lot and gain weight, and I stopped taking them because they used to make me real sleepy. So I used to just be sleep all day, and then I'll wake up and eat and go back to sleep, and that wasn't the lifestyle that I was trying to live, and it wasn't worth it just to gain some weight, just to look thick for you know, thick for these guys that don't love me for how I am now. Like, so that's how I feel, and it's just like, yeah, it's real harsh how life is and how people are set up. You know, I feel like some people are just set up to put you down, and that's the crazy thing. And I'm like a real sensitive person. I'm real sensitive. That's one thing about me. I can cry on a, you know, like a drop of a dime. I'll be in tears because it's just like, I don't know. If it really bothers me, I'm just gonna cry. Like, literally, if it's really like a touchy kind of thing for me, I'm just gonna cry. And that's just what it is. I'm really a crybaby. But no, like, it was real hard growing up being me. I used to want to be everything but me. I used to see all these girls that I thought looked so much better than me, and I used to like be like, what can I do to, you know, look like her? What can I do to make, you know, people feel that, you know, I'm this popping girl? What can I do? And it really ruined my school years for me. I hated school. I hated going to school. Me and my mom used to like argue all the time about me not going to school because she didn't know what I was going through at school, but I knew. And every time I went to school, it was like my self-esteem went down another level. I could be at level 5, and as soon as I walked through that door, bitch, they taking me to a 3 already. Like, it was just that kind of deep. And I was just like real, you know, I was real naive as well, because then when a guy would try and talk to me, he would actually be really trying to talk to me. I would think that I would have to actually buy him stuff or, you know, give him anything that I had just to keep him, just to keep him around to, you know, show me that kind of attention. I thought I had to buy love, basically. I'm telling y'all, I really did. Like, I would have something, say I had this iPod. One time I had an MP3 player that I had got for Christmas, and I was so naive and dumb. The boy that I told y'all who was like, nobody's ever gonna talk to you or whatever, it was like a new year in school, and he was trying to talk to me. The one that said, you know, nobody's ever gonna talk to you because you're so skinny. And he was trying to talk to me. And when he finally was talking to me, I was so naive, and I wasn't used to nobody ever liking me. I never thought nobody would ever, you know, try and talk to me or like me like that. So I had an MP3 player. Girl, I done gave this man my MP3 player, told him he could keep it and all this, just so he could be like, okay, you know, I'm about to stay with her, because like, on some sugar mama type shit. Like, I am not that girl now. I mean, if we're in a relationship, cool, you know, 50-50, you're gonna buy me stuff, I'm gonna buy you stuff, period. But I was literally just buying guys stuff just so they could, you know, love me and just give me that type of attention that I wanted. And not that I needed it, I was just like, I really wanted it because all these other girls is getting attention from these guys. Why am I not? Like, what's so bad about me that I'm not, like, why am I not having Valentine's Day cards? I never had Valentine's Day cards. I never got to go to the movies with a guy. I think I went one time and it was horrible. I went one time in my school years, and I'm not talking about really high school because that's just a whole different story. So we're talking ninth grade and down. Those are the years I'm talking about. So, yeah, it was just like, I never got to go out like, oh, I'm going to the movies with him and all that. I never got to do that. I never had nobody give me a Valentine's Day card. I never had Valentine's Day anything. I never had a Valentine. So it was just real hard for me. And I was just like, what is wrong with me that I'm not just like, what? Like, what? I mean, it was just real annoying. I was just like, I don't know what's wrong. So yeah, it was just stuff like that. It really does kind of lower your self-esteem, kind of puts you in a state of mind where you're not good enough. And that's why I hate when I feel like still today, I'm stuttering and shit, still to today, if I feel like I'm not good enough, if you're making me feel like I'm not good enough, that's one thing I cannot deal with. That's why, like, once I start feeling like I'm not good enough, I'm going to leave, because you're not going to put me back in that mindset. And that's just the type of person I am now. You're not about to make me feel like I'm not good enough, because I know for a fact that I do my best. I know I'm not an ugly girl. I do my best when I'm talking to somebody, and just as a person, I'm a genuine person. I really go hard for the people that I talk to, and nobody that I've talked to can say that I don't go hard for them. I go hard for the people that I surround myself around. If you need it and I have it, you got it. If I have a McDouble and you're sitting with me and you're hungry, I'm going to cut that McDouble in half. If it's 3 of us, it's getting cut into 3. Like, that's just how I feel. And that's just, like, you know, how I was raised. And I'm just like, nah, I'm not about to sit here and just have anybody belittle me or lower my self-esteem or make me feel like I'm not good enough, because it took me so long. Years. 20 years. It took me 20 years to actually feel comfortable in the skin that I'm in and comfortable with who I am as a person in whole. So I'm not going to sit here and let anybody make me get out of that zone, because I know it took me too long to get back to the zone. I'm not going to be trying to do this for another 20 years, and I'm like 40 something, you know, I'm 22 now. I'm not about to be 42 trying to build up self-esteem again. No, I'm not going to put myself in that situation. Why? Because I know for a fact that I do my best as a person in a whole, and I'm not a bad person, and I know that, you know, I'm not ugly, and I know that, you know, I'm beautiful. And to me, beautiful to me, because I might not be beautiful to you, but to me, when I look in the mirror, I'm okay with what I see. Back then, I used to look in the mirror and just cry, and just literally cry, because I hated the way I looked, and I hated myself, and it's because that's how people made me feel about myself. I'm not going to let anybody make me feel that way no more. So, yeah, I'm sensitive, but I'm not weak. That's one thing I can't say. I'm not weak. I'm a strong individual, but I'm sensitive, but I'm just not a weak person. I'm just not gonna let nobody, you know, turn me into a weak person, because that's just not what I'm gonna do. So yeah, that was basically that. You know, being insecure, having low self-esteem, having self-hate is just real hard. And it's real hard, like, when you don't have anybody telling you you're beautiful. Stop thinking that. Calm down. Or when you just don't even, because I probably had somebody that I could talk to, but I never talked to anybody about it because I was embarrassed. And I was embarrassed that I felt this way about myself, because I didn't think anybody else would feel